Welcome to the Lakers Highlights Today channel. Before the news, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Now, let's dive into the latest Lakers updates. Hey, Lakers fans! Today, we've got a hot topic to discuss, potential trades that could transform our team this season. With a somewhat rocky start, the Los Angeles Lakers are eyeing the market for reinforcements, especially to strengthen the paint. The top priority? A center to bolster the rotation. And one name that has been floating around since the offseason is Jonas Valanciunas. This veteran could have joined as a free agent, but ended up with the Washington Wizards on a 3-year, $30.3 million contract after a trade from the Pelicans. Now, with the Lakers' financial situation being a puzzle, bringing in Valanciunas directly as a free agent would have been tricky. But if the Wizards are open to a trade, his contract isn't too difficult to work with. The timing couldn't be more urgent. We currently have only 2 centers on the roster aside from AD, and Christian Wood is still sidelined with a knee injury. Just imagine the risk. With Anthony Davis already carrying the load as the starting center and playing at an MVP level, averaging 31.2 points and 10.4 rebounds per game, any new injury could spell trouble for us. Speaking of Davis, who wasn't always a fan of being the primary center, he seems to have embraced the role for the team's sake. Head coach JJ Redick confirmed that Wood will be out for at least another 4 weeks due to complications in his recovery. Even when he returns healthy, his defense has been a bit lacking. Now, let's dive deeper into a name that has been linked to our Lakers, Jonas Valanciunas. Just think about it. With this giant added to the roster, Coach JJ Redick would gain new options, potentially experimenting with twin tower lineups against specific opponents. Imagine Valanciunas dominating the paint while Anthony Davis shifts back to power forward. That would be a serious luxury, don't you think? Right now, Valanciunas is averaging 12.3 points and 7.2 rebounds in just over 20 minutes per game with the Wizards. But with Washington starting the season with a modest 2-7 record, they may soon shift their focus to the future. This could make the 32-year-old center available for trade, and that's where the Lakers come in. Even LeBron James has had his eye on Valanciunas. Rumors over the summer hinted that the King would be willing to take a pay cut to make room for him. However, fate took Valanciunas to Washington with a 3-year contract worth $10 million per season, a trade-friendly deal. Now, let's talk about a familiar name who might be the missing piece for our current roster, Brook Lopez. That's right, he wore the purple and gold in the 2017-18 season, showing his value as a stretch 5 with 13 points per game across 74 games. With the Bucks facing challenges, Lopez could become available, and we might be the perfect landing spot. The combo of Lopez and AD would be a true defensive wall in the paint. His ability to space the floor would open new offensive possibilities, while his veteran experience would bring more consistency to the team. Of course, it's not simple. Our Vice President of Operations, Rob Pelinka, would need to work out a way to pull this off without exceeding the second tax apron, and with the roster already full, he'd need to shuffle a few pieces. One trade idea floating around is the Lakers receiving Brook Lopez, Andre Jackson Jr., and a 2031 second-round pick in exchange for Rui Hachimura and Max Christie going to the Bucks. What do you think? Would this be a fair move to bring Lopez back? Let's take a closer look at the Bucks' perspective on this trade, our very own Rui Hachimura. With a blend of youth, contract terms, and skill set, Hachimura could be the ideal fit for Milwaukee, especially with his contract locked in until 2026, a timeline that aligns perfectly as the Bucks decide on Antetokounmpo's future, whether keeping him as their centerpiece or considering a rebuild. But stay tuned, none of this is likely to happen right away. The NBA trade deadline is February 26th, and Pelinka has mentioned wanting to give the team at least 30 games to see how this lineup performs. Both trades offer important advantages, but each comes with sacrifices. Valanciunas would add an immediate defensive presence in the paint, while Lopez would bring floor spacing and experience, valuable traits for a win-now team. The main challenge is for Rob Pelinka to make careful decisions to balance the roster and stay within financial restrictions. Ultimately, the choice between these 2 centers could shape the season. Both trades bring real improvements, but the success will depend on timing and the Lakers' long-term priorities. Let's keep a close eye, as either addition could be the final ingredient for a title run. Now I want to hear from you. If you had to choose, would you rather see Valanciunas or Brook Lopez in the Lakers' paint? Which of them would have the most impact this season? Drop your opinions in the comments. Until next time, Lakers Nation.